Welcome back for another FAQ session. I'm Dan Kmeyer from West Valley Technical Services. Let's get to our first question. Do I need a server? Okay, this is a question that we do come across with smaller companies, maybe a home office, that kind of stuff. And we get this question, when does it make sense to actually bite the bullet and buy a server? Generally speaking, what we have found is if you have a very collaborative environment, like let's say you have 2 or 3 people, really doesn't matter how many, but if you need to share files a lot between each other, an appraisal service kind of makes sense. We have some appraisal companies that are run out of people's homes, and they have to share a lot of files, a lot of the pictures they take of the houses and stuff like that in the software. In those kind of cases, even though they're a very small shop, it still makes sense for them to have a server. They need to have some kind of central repository that all their files are stored on that are automatically updated for everybody else. So that's a good answer in the really small environments. Now, we're talking a corporate office. It generally makes sense when you get to about the 12 computer mark, because then it can get a little unwieldy to manage everybody's credentials separate and whatnot. So in those scenarios, we recommend people make the jump to using a Windows server so that you can manage everybody's logins, printers, and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where the line is drawn. What we've seen in the field is right about the 12 mark. So if that's you and you're ready to make that jump, feel free to drop us a line and we'll help you through that transition, because it can be kind of tough. So yeah, very collaborative environments. When you have 12 or more, those are the times that we see it as being a good time to make sure that you have a server. That way you can grow easier as you get bigger. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. My friend has a copy of Microsoft Office. Can they share it with me? The licensing that Microsoft uses on like the retail stuff, or like if you're a student, you buy it at your college, that kind of stuff. It gives you multiple activations, but it's really designed for a certain number of devices too. So like the home and student, I think they give you 3 or 5 devices. Like you can install it on multiple devices and they're okay. But if you just buy like a retail copy, it's really supposed to be just for the one computer and for that same owner, that kind of thing. So you got to pay close attention to the licensing constraints that they put on there. So the general rule of thumb is no, you're not supposed to share your software. You might consider something free though. There's alternatives to something like Microsoft Office. There's LibreOffice. There's Kingsoft Office, and these are all free alternatives that work with Office files. So if you get a file from somebody else, you'll still be able to open it, and they don't cost anything. They don't have any of those limitations. So that might be something to look into, or Google Apps. They've got Google Docs, that kind of stuff. So yeah, don't share. Maybe think of something using free. How can I be safe shopping online? I don't get this one so much anymore because most everyone's pretty comfortable. If you're dealing with like a reputable companies like Amazon and whatnot, you're going to be safe. But if you just want a really quick way at a glance to make sure that what you're communicating with on the internet is secure, all you have to do is look at the URL in the address bar where it says HTTP. Make sure that it says HTTPS. That S means that it's secure. And it's usually green in color too. Most browsers are going to make it green, and it'll turn red if there's something wrong, if it doesn't match up, or if it's suspicious. So just keep an eye on that, and as long as that's green and HTTPS, you don't have to worry about hackers being able to intercept the information that you're sending and get your credit card number. So generally speaking, it shouldn't be much of a concern anymore. Okay, that does it for our questions on this session. If you'd like us to cover something specific, don't hesitate to shoot us a quick email or a message at our website, wvtsboise.com, or give us a call at 208-477-1837. We would love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video, guys.